Tomavina Kedayalu Jagata Samsare. Hey! Patita Pavana Hetu Sabavatara Motrama Patita Prabhu Napaivehara. Ha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kripa Volokana Kara Ami Bharaduki. Hey! Nityananda! Oh, Joya Koro Sita Pati Advaita Gosa Tava Kripa Vole Pai Chaitanya Nitai. Hey! Swarup Sanatana Uparaguna Vata Yuga Shiva Prabhulokina. Oh! Hey, Joya Koroshia Jaya Prabhu Shiva Ramachandra Sangamari Narottamada. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashoda Nandana Rajajana Ranjana. Yashoda Nandana Rajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Om Jnana Timirandasya Janagana Salakayam Chakshusmiritam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manavitam Shapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamaya Tadati Swapadantika Deham Shri Guru Shri Yatavara Kamala Shri Guru Sa Varutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vidamsya Hey Krishna Karana Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopisha Kanta Adakanta Namostute Tata Kanchana Gaurangi Sadhe Vrindavaneshwari Shavanu Suta Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we're reading Srimad Bhagavatam. But I don't have my glasses, he's just bringing. Can't see too well. Maybe somebody have to help me. I want the books.
That was
Srimad Bhagavatam. Oh, there. And it was Canto 3.
315.
Now, can you make it bigger? Yeah, maybe that's okay.
Still more big? This is okay.
A little bigger if you can, until my glasses come. Okay, that should be all right. So it's Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 3, Text 15. Mito yadasham bhavita vivado. Nato yadasham. Somebody has to say it. I can't see too well. Mito nisham bhavita vivado. Dhamadasa Rochananam Sam Vidapaya Yan Atonyo Yadayatate Nakijate Swayam Shwa Mito yedesham bhavita vivado Javananda Ushyanam Isham vidopaya yanatonyo Shambhadoya payan matoda Yutakeda Joryadesham bhavita vivado Dadanantanayo virocham Sam Vidoryam Yanatyalasam Mayurita Mataji's Yoryatesham Harita Visado Madhvavalantam Tanayochinanam Mita one another. Yada when. Esham of them. The red color one. Maybe it was where I just gave class? Here, leave it. Excuse me. Which one did we do? The last one? Bhavita? bhavita will take place. Vivada, quarrel. Madhu amada, intoxication by drinking. Atamara, vilochanan nananam, of their eyes being copper red. Na, not. Esam, of them. Vida upaya, means of disappearance. Iyan, like this. Ata, besides this. Anya, alternative. Mai, on my. Udyate, disappearance. Antaha, dadhate, will disappear. Swayam, themselves. Sma, certainly. Translation, when they quarrel amongst themselves, influenced by intoxication, with their eyes red like copper because of drinking, then only will they disappear. Otherwise, it will not be possible. On my disappearance, this incident will take place. So we do responsibly? Translation, just responsibly. When they quarrel amongst themselves, influenced by intoxication, with their eyes red like copper, because of drinking, then only will they disappear. Otherwise, it will not be possible. On my disappearance, this incident will take place. So here we can see the Lord is speaking of in the future. Purport. The Lord and His associates appear and disappear by the will of the Lord. They are not subjected to the laws of material nature. So the idea is everyone else is subjected to the laws of material nature, or karma. Anybody in the material world is influenced by karma, except the pure devotees, or those who come with the Lord. So they're not subjected to the law. It's like the prison house. The governor can go to the prison house, but he's not subjected to the rules of the prison house. He can bring some friends with him, colleagues or senators or some other people. They're not subjected to the law of the prison house. So similarly, Krishna comes and brings his associates, but they're not under any law of karma. They are not subjected to the laws of material nature. No one was able to kill the family of the Lord. Nor was there any possibility of their natural death by the laws of nature. The only means, therefore, for their disappearance was the make show of a fight amongst themselves, as if brawling in intoxication due to drinking. That so-called fighting would also take place by the will of the Lord, and otherwise there would be no cause for their fighting. Just as Arjuna was made to be illusioned by the family affection, and thus on Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavad Gita was spoken. So the Yadu dynasty was made to be intoxicated by the will of the Lord, and nothing more. The devotees and associates of the Lord are completely surrendered souls. Thus, they are transcendental instruments in the hands of the Lord and can be used in any way the Lord desires. the pure devotees also enjoy such pastimes of the Lord because they want to see Him happy. Devotees of the Lord never assert independent individuality. On the contrary, they utilize their individuality in pursuit of the desires of the Lord, and their cooperation with the cooperation of the devotees, let me start that again. And in pursuit of the desire of the Lord, here it is. And this cooperation of the Lord's devotees with the Lord makes a perfect scene of the Lord's pastimes. So we said Om Jnana, huh? So here, very nice. For our benefit, we can understand there are two classes of living entities, Nitya Bada and Nitya Siddha. So these are the Nitya Siddha devotees. They're never under the influence of the material energy. They come with the Lord and do His bidding. Of course they have their free will, but they like to see the Lord happy. And so they're ready to do whatever, and He indicates to them in some way what will make Him happy. And so the pastimes go on in the material world. The outsider will look at it and think, well, what kind of associates of the Lord is there? They're drinking and quarreling and fighting. But this is all pastime. But we can't imitate that. We're coming from the material side. We have to be paka. No misuse of independence. Doing everything very carefully. But when we come to the higher stage, then the Yoga Maya can influence to do something which otherwise we wouldn't do. So this is, now we're under the influence of Mahamaya, or material energy. But in either case, we're not independent. This is the main point. Everybody's thinking they're independent. But it's not so. We're all dependent. Either voluntarily or involuntarily. Either by Yoga Maya or Mahamaya. So we have to choose. What do we want? That choice the Lord gives us. Because we're made in His image, we have some independence. We can either cooperate with the Lord, or we can cooperate with the Lord's external energy. But we're not independent. We have to cooperate. Just like we're sitting here, discussing philosophy, but we're dependent. If there's no supply of air, what is our position? We'll be immediately choked up. So we're dependent at every step. We think we're independent, but it's not so. So we should declare our dependence. Yes, I want to be more dependent on the Lord and give up the false ego that I can manage things on my own. I'm okay. We discussed this yesterday, this mentality, I'm okay. No, you're not okay. You're under the law of material nature, and it's dukkhalayam shashvatam. And here in the material world, it's full of suffering, and it's temporary. So how is that okay? Because you're eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. That's your actual position. So it's not okay that you're subjected to the law of karma, which is sometimes putting you in the body of a hog, and eating stool, and having sex with your mother. So how is that okay? It's not okay. We should get out of this world. This is the first consideration. In the human form of life, we can move in that direction. But we have to be fortunate. It's sometimes compared to falling into a well in the middle of the field, a covered well that was neglected. And you fall in there, how are you going to get out? You could scream, ah, but there's nobody comes in the field. So it's something like that. We're caught in the material world. There's no way to come out. Except if somebody comes with a rope ladder and they give it to us, and then we can hold on and come up. So we're dependent. But we think we're independent. That's called Maya, that which is not. We're not independent, but we think we are. But if we get help from those who are out of the ladder, just like Srila Prabhupada. He's no longer subject to the material modes of nature. So he can help us. He can help us. But we have to agree to follow his instructions. He's giving us instructions how we can go back home, back to Godhead. This is the instruction. Step 1. Don't think that you're equal to God. Declare your dependence on him. Understand that you're small and God is great. And your natural position is to serve and to please him. It's not a big leap of faith you have to make. You can go step by step and use your intelligence and logic and reason. We're not looking for blind followers. Step by step you can come to understand what your actual position is. But it's hard because people think, no, I'm independent. You're independent because you can get up and walk out. But that doesn't mean that you're independent. You're very much under the law of old age, disease, and death. Are you free from that? No, none of us are free from that. So we're all dependent. But the devotee is declaring his dependence. Yes. Like Arjuna said, now I understand. Now my doubts are removed. Now I understand that you're Parabrahman, you're the Supreme. And my position is subordinate. And I should do what you want. So yes, I'll fight because you want me to fight. Although originally he wasn't inclined to fight. But after hearing Bhagavad Gita, he changed his mind. So we should also change our mind. We think we're independent. We can do what we like. We have our business. We have our money income. We attract people because of our beauty. It's hard when you get older to keep that facade. But especially in youth, the people are thinking, oh, I don't need anybody. People like me. They come. I can get money from them. They're ready to offer me their bodies for my enjoyment. This is going on. Beautiful woman can think like that. Beautiful man, handsome man, he can think like that. But what is that beauty? There's a story like, right? Liquid beauty. The girl was very beautiful and a man came to her door and he said, oh, I've fallen in love with you. I really love you. She says, okay, but we can't meet today. I'm busy. But if you come tomorrow, we can meet. So during that 24-hour period, she purged herself. She took laxative and became, everything came out, and she lost her beauty because of that. And the man came the next day at an appointed hour, and she opened the door, and he said, "Where's that beautiful girl who is here?" She said, "No, I'm the same girl. I'm the girl." No, this girl is very beautiful. Oh, you're looking for my beauty? And she brought her to the bucket of stool and urine and said, here's my liquid beauty in this bucket. But this is the beauty, it's a surface. It's not real, false surface. In youth we may have a little beauty, but then it's gone. Sweet 16 and bitter 60s. We don't see it in old age. So we want to have eternal happiness. Satchidananda, full of knowledge and bliss. That's our birthright. This is our constitutional position. Amsa, we're the Mama Amsa Jiva Loke. We're the particle of God. So our nature is the same as God. Like the sunlight and the sun, the same nature, light and heat. But one is great and one is small. So we're the small particle of God, but we have the independence. But our independence consists of turning to God or turning away from God. So we've chosen to turn away from God. We think we're doing okay. We can make a good living here. People are giving me money and so on, so on. So we don't feel any urgency. We're happy with our karma. I have good karma, so I'm happy. But karma is temporary. And Bhagavad Gita tells that even those in the good karma, they have the same disadvantage. What is that disadvantage? They don't see the necessity of getting out of this world. So repeatedly they become big men, but repeatedly, or women, and repeatedly they have to go into the womb, packed up for 9 months, or maybe only 2 months if they get a dog's body, because the dog, a puppy, only has to stay in the mother for a couple of months. I don't know exactly, but not 9. But anyway, that's our choice. Either we can take a gamble and stay in this material world, think we can be happy here, but Krishna certifies, dukkhalayam. What does dukkhalayam mean? Full of suffering. So even we're happy, then our wife can want a divorce. Our children can rebel against us. So there's no assurance of happiness in this world. It's like water on a lotus petal. It falls off. A little disturbance, then our happiness is gone. Here today, gone tomorrow. So we want to remain happy all the time, without interruption. And we can do that if we qualify to enter the spiritual world. So that's what Purport is teaching us. He's giving us the system that we can qualify, step by step. We were discussing today about the not Isha Upanishad, nectar of devotion, but the nectar of instruction. It describes the first verse, I think, or second, the different things that are keeping us here. Vachovegam, because we talk too much. Krodavegam, we get angry too much. Udaga, we get the bellies demanding more and more. So we're being pulled by the urges. Genital is pushing us. So this way we're not really free, but we think we're free. So we have to become sober to hear this message. This is the qualification. People can't hear. They're too restless. But many of you are sitting and hearing. This is if we repeatedly hear, and we can of course hear in our own privacy of our room. Prabhupada's books are there. Or you can come regularly to the class. We have here daily. Hearing. Hearing is the first step. Shravanam. Shravanam kirtanam. We have to hear the subject and understand it and act on it. It's not just meant for speculation, armchair philosophy, to discuss some philosophy. No, it's application. Arjuna was a man of action. He took the instruction of Krishna and brought it into activity. Not just that we have some nice discussion in intellectual circles and then we just go out and do our nonsense. No. This is it for changing your life. Just like Arjuna changed. So we have to also change. If we're taking it properly, we'll give up our bad habits. It'll be possible. Otherwise it's not possible. I have personal experience. Before I became a devotee, I was smoking cigarettes. I joined the Navy, they gave us free cigarettes. I got started smoking, I got addicted. And so when I came to the temple, I was, I had to give it up. But I had already tried, because I knew it was a bad habit. Sometimes we used to say, oh, giving up smoking is easy. I've done it 30 times. You can do it for a day or so, and then you want again. It's a drug. It gets in your blood. Of course, becoming a devotee, now I haven't had a cigarette. I don't like the smell even of tobacco in, 55 years. So we can give it up, but it's very difficult. But coming to Krishna consciousness in association with devotees, it makes it easier. Give up our bad habits. Because we have to. We have to give up our sinful life if we want to enter into it. And that is sinful life, because we're killing ourselves. It's not our body. Krishna gave us this body. It's His body. And we're destroying it. Willfully, knowingly drinking poison. So naturally, we're going to have to get another body. In the next body, you won't have that habit of smoking. Depends on your karma. Everything is under karma, under the law of karma. Who's out of the law of karma? The rich man? No, he's subjected to karma. He may think he's free, but everybody is subjected to the law of karma. So we want to transcend that condition. This is the goal of Krishna consciousness. To rise above your karma and come to the level of Brahman. Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma Nasochati Nasankanchati Samasarvesu Bhutesu Madbhaktim Labate Param. Right? This is a very important verse. 1854 is telling us by practicing this Krishna consciousness, Bhakti Yoga, we can rise above our karma and come to the level of Brahman. And then we can begin our service to Krishna. Then we can have real positive alternative to our sinful activities. Otherwise, we're going from one sinful activity to another, and we think, oh, now I'm better. But it's all sinful, because it's not putting God in the center. So this is the Ishavasham. Ishavasham means keep God in the center. This is our goal. We want to do everything for the pleasure of the Lord. Here He is on the altar. And by doing that, we'll become happy. The same example we were giving. The hand is cut off. It has no value. It can't enjoy the food. It's not equipped. So we're separated from God. We think we can enjoy, but we're not equipped to enjoy. He's the Purusha. We're Prakriti. We're meant to be enjoyed by Him. If we agree to be enjoyed by Krishna, an instrument in His hand, then we'll get real happiness. But we don't believe it. I have my own philosophy. I don't believe in God. Religion is a crutch. Don't they say like that, right? It's a crutch. Yeah, well, you need a crutch. Without a crutch, you're going to hell. Going down. So why not take this opportunity? The Lord is so kind. He doesn't need to come to the material world to speak Bhagavad Gita. He doesn't need to send His representatives like Srila Prabhupada. He does out of His causeless willingness to help us. Even we've turned against Him. He still cares for us. But we have to turn to Him. Okay, any questions? Everybody's convinced, that's good. There shouldn't be questions really, because it's simple philosophy. You don't have to change your position. You can begin this process from any position, but you have to be a little serious to change your habits, and that's difficult. Like smoking cigarettes was hard for me. It was harder than other things, because it's an addiction. But if you confront it, like one of the ways I was able to overcome smoking habit was this is a ritual. You take the cigarette out, you pack it, you put it in your mouth, you bring them out. So now instead of doing this ritual, I have another ritual. I put my hand in my bead bag and I feel the beads. So you're doing something, but it's progressive, it's good for you. You feel